It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
We all had bad news today that there was a shooting in Georgia in a school and outside about 40 miles northeast of Atlanta. And so if there's a press conference...
We do have one right now. I'm going to pull it up here on CNN.
All right.
Christian Angelo, who was 14, also a student here at the school. Richard Aspinwall, I'm not sure of his age, but he was a teacher here at the school. And Christina Irmery, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, who was also a teacher here at the school. We will post a list of these victims for the correct spellings for everyone later this evening after we complete the press conference here. Also, as has been released, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center has received anonymous tips in the past of online threats to commit school violence or school shootings at an undetermined location and time. The FBI referred this information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office for action. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office identified and located Gray, who is our suspect in this case. They conducted an investigation at that time, and there was no probable cause for arrest or to take any additional law enforcement action. This is not recent. This is in the past, but we wanted to bring that to your attention because we are pursuing that, working with the FBI on that, and any connection to that incident that could be connected to today's incident as well. Also, we're also aware of some previous contacts that the Department of Family and Children's Services in the area had with the suspect and his family, and we are pursuing that avenue as well too to see if that has any connection with today's incident. Let me stress again, as we have many times, that this is still a very fluid investigation. It is still very active. We will have agents and there will be law enforcement personnel that will be pursuing investigative leads and collecting evidence throughout the night and then to much of tomorrow, I would anticipate as well. We again ask for your patience in that. This is a criminal investigation, and we're going to treat it like that. So I apologize ahead of time if we don't answer some of the questions that you may ask. So please understand. I also want to bring note to one very special thing that we do not need to forget about here is we have heroes in our midst. We've talked about our law enforcement personnel, our fire, our EMS. Those that are deceased are heroes in my book. Those that are in the hospital recovering right now are heroes in my book. But also the heroes that we need to remember is our faculty and staff here at this school. They acted admirably. They were heroes in the actions that they took. The protocols of this school and this system activated today prevented this from being a much larger tragedy than what we had here today. So I want to recognize them as heroes because they are. And continue with our thoughts and prayers, as has been mentioned, for the families that were lost here today, those that were lost here today, those that are recovering in the hospital, and obviously those that were affected directly by this tragedy here at the school and all of the community of Barrow County. We need to continue to have them in our thoughts and prayers.
Director, thank you for doing another one of these again. Can you tell us, by chance, since he's being charged as an adult, will he be in court tomorrow? Will there be a first court appearance? Will he be booked tonight? Will that happen?
He will be booked tonight. I'm not sure of the court appearance, but it will be within a reasonable amount of time.
Is there anything that you can share to us about the weapon that was used, by chance?
The weapon that was used in this was an AR platform-style weapon.
So how did Mr. Gray get the gun into this?
We're still investigating that aspect of it.
Did he go out of the classroom, get the gun, and come back? We've heard some of that from some students.
We're still trying to clarify a lot of the timeline from the time that he got here to school today until the incident took place.
Last one from me. I mean, so often, I know people at home, we always hear something that the FBI has heard something about someone who goes and does one of these tragic events. How can we stop this from happening? Because it feels like this happens every single time there's a school shooting that we heard that there was a prior threat or there's prior knowledge. When lives are at stake, how can we stop this from happening?
Well, there's a variety of ways, in my personal opinion. Community involvement, what our school system is doing here to ensure that. Whether we'll be able to stop it completely one day or not, I don't know. Those are decisions that each individual is making on their own to do this. But again, I go back to what I said earlier about the heroes here that prevented things from being a lot worse today. But we've got to take action within our own communities, take care of each other, be aware of our surroundings and what's going on in our communities.
Dr. Hosey, interviewed the family last year, and they found hunting rifles in the family home. Was an AR platform weapon among those weapons that were in the home during that interview?
Again, that's part of a lot of the things that we're trying to clarify within the investigation.
Why don't we pull down real quick, because we got some information. I think we missed the front part of that, where we got some new information that said the federal authorities and local officials there said that the same 14-year-old kid was interviewed last year when he was 13 and was a possible suspect in connection with threats that were made online. Apparently, there were photos of guns posted online. The FBI said that last year. They interviewed the kid within 24 hours when they got that information, and they said that the dad was also interviewed and told investigators that there were hunting guns in the home, but his son didn't have any unsupervised access to them. This is all according to the statement from the feds and the local authorities there. And they told the local schools, to keep monitoring this kid, but there was no probable cause to arrest him.
Yeah, and because he's a minor, the parents are going to be charged in this case as well.
Yeah, especially after considering apparently there's a history there where the dad said he didn't have access to guns.
Yeah. Let's pull it back up here. The sheriff is talking. Also, Brian Kemp, the governor, is there as well.
While they were in the hallway, while all this chaos is happening, while shooting was going on, we've heard stories about students pulling their classmates into the classrooms to get them to secure, to get them to safety. What do you think that says about these young folks who are, very 13, 14, 15 years old, that they're looking out for one another like that?
It's admirable. It's like Director Hosey said, we have heroes among us, and those students and teachers that did that today saved a lot of lives. This could have been way worse than what and again, the investigation is still trying to file through that information, but those kids are heroes and brave as well to do that when they hear an active shooter around them.
You talked about
this is the sheriff talking.
Let me get this one question right here.
That's the governor, Governor Kemp.
Did you have something else, ma'am?
No, it was me.
Okay.
I was asking, why did the school resource officer not go looking for this kid and approach him? And why they sent a female faculty member to the room, to the algebra room he was in with my daughter, looking for him instead of the school resource officer? Or why the school allowed this boy to come and go from the class all the time. He would go and sign up for the restroom pass, leave the class, and come back sometimes, and sometimes never come back. He has been wandering this school.
With all due respect, ma'am, I think your information is incorrect, and our investigation is going to lead to what we have, and we will be glad to answer your questions once that's done.
I guess victims are lying to me then.
Possibly.
Sheriff, what can you tell us about the SROs? You talk about a lot of heroes. You talk about how one of the SROs encountered the shooter. What can you tell us about them, who they are, how long they've been working here, and what they did today?
Both of the SROs that are here at these high schools, at all of my high schools, I have two there. Both of the SROs, to include a third one, was here today, not for any other reason other than to help and assist today. They're the true heroes as well. They were actively looking. They had an alert, I guess, if you will, and when they interjected, or when this shooting began, they interacted with the shooter, Mr. Gray, and as soon as they made contact with him, he gave up immediately.
Can you share these officers' names?
Not at this time. I'd rather not.
But where is the shooter right now? You said in custody.
The shooter is in custody at the Bexar County Detention Center because he is a juvenile. He's being booked in, and he will be transported to RYDC.
Were officials or school administrators tipped off by a threat here before the shooting happened?
I'm not aware of that at this time.
Sheriff or Director, can you say the condition on those injured that were taken to the hospital? Have you got any updates on how they're going?
All of our victims that are at the hospital are going to make it and going to recover well, as we've been told, and we don't expect any more fatalities at this time.
That's great news.
Last question.
Has there been any shooting or tragedy to this scale inside a Georgia school that you're aware of? Can you speak to that?
I can't speak to that, no.
Can you put this in perspective? What today is meant?
Okay, so what we know, first of all, that's the sheriff speaking, and he grew up in that town, And he's born and raised in that town that this happened in, and he has kids that are in that school system. And when he first started talking today, he was very emotional about it, understandably so. So Crozier's right. This kid was questioned before. So were the parents of this kid, and man, that happens a lot. It happened in Michigan. It happened last time. I think it was in Texas. Another time that happened, where they questioned the suspect. They questioned the parents, and there's really nothing that they can do. Their hands are sort of tied. But that's the update for you. Colt Gray is the kid's name. He's 14. 4 people were killed. Brian Kemp there is the governor. He's there. There's a lot of video coming from in the school that they're going to be going over the next couple of days, couple of weeks. When he was asked about how we can stop these, he didn't mention gun control, or he didn't mention a lot of people in that area own guns. The only thing he mentioned was community involvement, and he left out blaming the gun, which is unusual, and it's not what the reporter was looking for. But we will keep on top of this. But the silver lining, or I guess the bit of great news coming out of this, is the 9 people that went to a hospital, and we don't know how many of your students, how many were faculty or teachers. They're all going to make it. So that is great news. The biggest downer and the biggest nightmare is when we have these press conferences hours after a situation like this, and they say no, it's not 4, it's 19, and you have to swallow that number and stomach that number. And fortunately, this is not going to be the case here. And so we also heard from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the GBI, the local version of the FBI there as well. So any more information, we will have that for you tonight. But a horrible situation coming out of Georgia.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
What do you got?
Well, you were talking cruises.
Yeah, because Mo Kelly and Tuala out there.
And we have a great story in there about cruise living. Right. You know how people paid like $100,000 to go live on?
Yes.
And then it had a lot of issues.
Oh, it didn't come together?
Yeah. Take a listen.
All right. Bellio's on top of it, man. But yeah, I was talking to Mo Kelly and Tuala, and Tuala went on his first cruise, and he is hooked. And that's basically, and Mo had it right, if the cruise goes as planned, you want to book your second cruise as you're leaving the first one. And Crozier, you've been on cruises. Did that happen to you where they talk you into booking another one while you're leaving the ship?
They didn't talk me into it, but they were definitely trying.
And did you do it?
No.
You didn't pull the trigger, huh?
No, not that time.
Okay, so cruise living, people who cruise become addicted to it. So much so that they can't build these cruise ships fast enough. Disney, who I think has 3 or 4 cruise ships of their own, has just ordered 3 more to almost double their fleet. And you can't book a cruise on these new ships. When a ship is christened and it comes out, it's going to be available. That ship is impossible to book for the first year or 2. Impossible. Because the people who are, who've booked 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 cruises with Princess or Viking, whatever the line is, Royal Caribbean, they get first dibs, and they always take it. To be on the maiden voyage of a cruise ship is something special. I've never done it, but people have done it. Say it's unbelievable. You're the first person in that cabin. You're the first person to eat in the dining room. First person to do this. And Mo mentioned this. I thought this is impossible. And then I looked it up, and he's right. There's an ice skating rink on that ship. There's ice skating on board the ship. You can ice skate. So these people got on the ship thinking they're going to be cruising around forever, and they got their asses handed to them.
The globe-trotting 3.5-year dream cruise still stuck in the harbor. The Villa V Odyssey, now 3 months past its original launch date.
Whoa, 3 years. 3 years. And no cruise.
Undergoing maintenance in Northern Ireland and stranding some passengers there, too.
It's cold. It's windy. It's damp. It usually rains.
The cruise is advertised to visit 475 destinations in 147 countries.
Wow.
The price to purchase an all-inclusive cabin begins at around $100,000 or more.
Wait a minute. $100,000 for a 3-year cruise? That's cheaper than an apartment.
Plus a monthly fee for at least 15 years.
We intend to stay on for the long haul.
Yeah, people do that.
But who knows how we feel after a year.
Some passengers sold their homes to live on board.
I don't think I'd do that.
Some passengers sold their homes to live on board.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to those people and see who their financial advisor was.
Many of them have been in Belfast since May, waiting to finally set sail.
Oh, it says here. Their financial advisor was Malibu Dan. That's kind of crazy.
They are allowed on the ship during the day, but they can't stay overnight. The company helping plan trips for those who want to travel, even booking hotel rooms for others who have to stay in Belfast.
Wow.
Like Holly Hennessy, who can't fly around easily because her cat is with her.
What?
Holly Hennessy.
I got that part.
Who can't fly around easily.
I got that part. Why?
Because her cat is with her.
On the cruise ship?
Because her cat is with her.
What?
Cat is with her.
I got that. I'm just asking, what?
Her cat is with her.
Why? Why is she bringing her cat on a cruise?
Well, you notice she didn't mention anything. They didn't mention anything about any other significant other.
Might be a single lass.
Her cat is roasted.
I've moved 5 times, different accommodations.
Is this her or the cat talking?
I've moved 5 times, different accommodations.
The CEO says the ship is 30 years old and it had been out of commission. It made the trip to Belfast on its own power, but they then found a slew of issues.
The rudder stocks took 6 weeks to get done. And now we're dealing with a couple other things. But overall, I think 3 months is actually not that bad given the circumstances.
Seems like a lot, though.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Many of you right now, I would say 45,000 of you right now are on your way to Angel Stadium, where the Dodgers play the Angels, and that game gets underway in a few short minutes. You can listen to it on 570 AM, or you can watch it on TV, or you can just, listen to KFI.
Stay home and listen to the game.
Yeah, get a score later.
I just saw a clip of, I guess it was last night's game with the Angels.
Oh, it was great.
With when they intentionally walked Ohtani.
Yeah.
And then Mookie Betts came up on the next bat. I think it was the very first pitch and knocked it out. I was like, oh.
You put a $700 million player on base to get to a $350 million player, and they get pissed when you walk a guy in front of them. And Mookie Betts hit that one well over the fence, left field fence, and the Dodgers ended up winning that game. I think it was 6-2.
Mookie back, baby.
Yeah, he's back. The Dodgers play the Angels tonight at Angel Stadium. Beautiful stadium. It's going to be a little warm. And this is our sports segment that we do every Wednesday at 6:35. And it's being brought to you by Advanced Hair. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Make your appointment today at advancedhair.com. The Commanders are in the news. The Washington Commanders, for all the wrong reasons, they got caught. One of the, a guy who's one of the VPs there.
VP of content.
Oh, no. Oh, of like social media.
Yes.
Oh, no. Said some disparaging things about the fans and Roger Goodell and the NFL owners. Oh, let's find out what he did.
Now an intriguing story surrounding the Washington Commanders suspending the vice president of content, Rael Enteen. He was suspended over comments he made to an undercover reporter from the O'Keefe Media Group who met on a dating app, Hinge. They met twice at a local restaurant, with Enteen making disparaging remarks.
What is Hinge? What kind of dating app? Is that for singles? Single studs?
Well, wouldn't most dating apps be for singles?
You got a point there. Yeah. Crozier's on top of it, man.
I don't know. Is
it
Hinge,
like silver singles?
Is that straight or is it gay? Or
I don't know. Bellio, what is that Hinge?
I believe it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
That's not one you subscribe to?
No, not that one.
Okay.
It's not a syphilis site.
No, it's not.
It's not. What's the one you like? Silver singles?
Yeah, I like silver singles.
Yeah, you enjoy that, huh? Bellio always goes along with it. Then during the commercial break, she goes, "Hey, in the future, could you not do this or that?" Or all right, let's get back to it. This guy, VP of Content, was suspended. Let's find out what he did.
About Commander, players, fans, and his own job.
Over 50% of our roster, right, is either white religious and God says the gays. Another big chunk is very low income African American that comes from a community that is inherently very homophobic. Most of the fans, I would say, are high school educated alcoholics.
They're like lower class people.
I hate to use that term. I would just say mouth breathers. We had
okay. No. I understand why the Commanders don't want that out there, but at least this part, I don't see anything that's not true.
Most of the fans, I would say, are high school educated alcoholics.
I think that sums up a lot of the NFL fans, high school educated alcoholics.
Commanders specifically, thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
High school educated alcoholics.
They're like lower class people.
I hate to use that term. I would just say mouth breathers. We had pipes leaking sewage on our fans in the middle of the game. And I have to put out a social post saying, it wasn't sewage water, we promise. That is state-run media.
Okay. All right. But look, he's on, I want to cut him a little bit of slack here. He's on a date. When you're on a date, you say things that to impress the woman that are not true.
You hyperbolize a little, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
He's trying to impress her.
That's right.
By apparently being awesome.
Yeah, by being better than the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the high school alcoholics.
Mouth breathers.
That's right.
He also called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell a $50 million puppet.
Okay. Maybe you run into some problems there.
The Commanders have dealt with controversy and scandal over a decade under previous owner Dan Snyder's sexual misconduct, a toxic work environment, and financial impropriety. A team spokesman said in a statement the language used in the video runs counter to our values at the Commanders organization. We have suspended the employee pending investigation and will reserve further comment at this time.
Yeah, he's gone. He knew the rules. He knew the boundaries. Mahalo. He is not going to be with the team anymore. All right, the heat is a big story here in Los Angeles. Going to be 109 tomorrow in Sherman Oaks. Sherman Oaks.
If you're in the pool behind me, you're doing just fine right now. If you're not in the pool, it's rather sticky and uncomfortable out here. Now, for those homeless outreach workers that we met, they told me that the heat actually makes their job easier. It's September, and we're on day 2 of likely 6 straight days of triple-digit heat in the San Fernando Valley. For homeless outreach worker Laura Harwood, the high temps can make her job on the streets of Sun Valley easier, trying to convince people
to get inside. All right, that's possible. That is possible. And then we also went through the weather forecast. We had that for you earlier. It's just going to be hotter than hell. What more can we say? Heat dangers, record temperatures, and you're going to hear, you don't hear about this in the national news much. If you watch the national news on ABC, CBS, NBC, they don't really talk about the heat out here because it doesn't affect them. They think the whole world lives on the East Coast. But wait until this heat crosses the country, it crosses Denver, it crosses St. Louis, and it gets into the East Coast. That'll happen in the next week or so when this high pressure rolls over the country and burns up Washington, New York, most of the East Coast, Boston, and then you'll hear about it in the news. You'll hear about it in the news. But right now, it's just sort of a local story. It's all of the West Coast, though. Every single state on the West Coast is burning up.
You know, we think of Labor Day as the unofficial end to summer, but that's not the case here in Southern California.
That's right.
We've been actually seeing the temperatures rise every day this week, and they could be hitting, as you said, 110, 115 in some of our inland communities this week. So what the city of Los Angeles is doing is they already have some cooling centers. They have libraries, senior centers that are open for people that don't have air conditioning. They're going to be opening even more of those centers over the next few days.
Yeah, they only have 6. For the 2.8 million people who live in the city of Los Angeles, there are 6 cooling stations.
Urging people to get inside and get in someplace that's cool if they need to. They're also going to be having more teams going out to areas where there are homeless people to make sure that they are staying hydrated, staying in the shade as much as possible. Because even though this is Southern California, even though we're used to it being warm, what we're expecting over these next few days is not the normal. It is going to be above that, and it is going to be dangerous for some people.
Yes, that's right. Because the sun's a loser.
We have a summer that lasts a little bit longer. Like we say, September still feels like summer. Even into October, it is going to be warm, but not this warm. I think that is the problem, is that the temperatures are going to be higher than what we are used to.
Yes, the temperatures are going to be much higher than we're used to. I don't remember a time where there's 5, 6, 7 straight days of 100-plus temperatures, but that's what we're looking at. 1 week of temperatures in the triple digits. So be careful. I'm not going to go through the whole run of dehydration and keep your pets inside and wear loose clothing, stay in the shade, drink plenty of water, find it cooling. Oh, I guess I just did. But anyway, it's going to be hotter than hell. Hotter than hell, especially tomorrow and Friday. 102 in Malibu. 102. That is going to be a record. It's got to be a record. All right, we're live on KFI. We'll check in with Mo Kelly, see what's going on with his Studley show.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We had a press conference about 45 minutes ago with the shooting in Georgia. And a little more information came out. A 14-year-old autistic boy named Mason, ID'd as one of the 4 killed in the Georgia high school. A 14-year-old student with autism was identified by family members as one of the 4 victims killed in Wednesday's mass shooting at the Georgia high school. Mason, desperate relatives had circulated his photo on social media when they couldn't reach the teen after the shooting. What a nightmare. The worst possible nightmare for parents. They asked people at the school to please look for him, please identify him. They put 2 pictures of him out, and he looks like a great kid. He's one of the pictures is him standing at the front door, looking like he's off to go into school. Maybe that's the first day of school that he's going to, and he's now he's not coming home. It's unbelievable. And then they put out this tweet that said, "Let him know his mom is looking for him for reassurance." And they looked for this kid. They looked for this kid. They had all his friends looking for him. And then they were told ultimately the worst news, that he was killed by Colt Gray, the 14-year-old suspect, allegedly. Another 9 victims, including a special education teacher, a guy named David Phoenix, were hospitalized with gunshot wounds. And that's about all we know. The GBI is there, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the local sheriffs there, local police officers, the campus police, the FBI is there. And if any more information comes out overnight, you'll hear about it first here live on KFI with George Norrie, maybe with Amy King, wake up call tomorrow, and of course Bill Handel. So that's a big story. The heat is another major story here in Southern California. That's going to be a big story all week long into the weekend. It's going to be brutal. So get inside, stay inside. If you have family members who don't have air conditioning, keep texting them, keep calling them, make sure they're fine. It's not going to be an easy week here in Southern California. All right. In other news here, I know this is a big news story for, I think Ronner's a big fan of this Dancing with the Stars. He's the only guy I know that watches this thing. But Dancing with the Stars, they've got their new stars that are out there dancing around. Dancing with the Stars, their new cast. Let's find out what's going on and how many stars are actually involved this time.
Dancing with the Stars is full of surprises. After a gut-wrenching finale, the Bachelorette is getting on a plane to join the cast.
Wow.
It's Jen Tran.
What a week for her or him.
And let's go for the gold.
I'm going to pommel that dance floor.
He mastered the pommel horse, and now he's ready to master the dance floor. Get ready for Olympian Steven Netteraza.
Oh, okay, I like that guy. He's the guy that was doing the horse. I think he won a silver or gold in the Olympics in Paris. So that guy's cool. He'll be dancing with the stars.
Next star rose to fame in a 90s cult classic.
9:02, perfect 10.
Now she can't wait to jive right into the ballroom. It's Tori Spelling.
Oh, Tori Spelling is going to be one of the stars of Dancing with the Stars. All right, I'll look at that. I like that Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling. You loved this TV dad on Family Matters. Nothing can Urkel this guy on the dance floor. It's Reginald Bell Johnson.
I hope Urkel doesn't interrupt my dancing.
You still got it. Still got it.
Urkel doesn't interrupt my dancing.
All right.
She's on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Good morning, America.
It's supermodel Brooks Nader.
Engineers do not just quote.
Next up, this Academy Award nominee is a total knockout.
It's going to be a miracle if I win this mirror ball, but I'm going for it.
Welcome to the dance floor, Eric Roberts. She made international headlines as a convicted felon.
You think you know me, but you don't.
Now she's determined to make the greatest comeback of all time. The jury rules it's time for Anna Delvey to hit the dance floor.
Wait a minute. She's still under house arrest, though, isn't she? I thought she was still in prison, actually.
She is wearing an ankle bracelet.
Oh, she is. Oh, she's still under house arrest or home and confinement or whatever. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But she's going to be dancing with the stars with an ankle monitor.
Yes.
God, if we reach the bottom, huh? Although, as Neil Saavedra always says, bottom of the barrel is still in the barrel. So, what the hell?
Good morning, America. Wake up.
This next star is a slam dunk.
Got to get one up quick. Howard hammers it home.
Watch out, world, for Dwight Howard.
I'm ready to slam dunk this season. Let's go.
She plays an alpha werewolf. We can't wait to see her howl on the dance floor.
Watch out, America.
It's zombie star Chandler Kinney.
God, I don't know any of these people. I know Tori Spelling and the guy, the basketball player. That's about it.
This next star left it all out on the rugby field.
I'm ready for this competition.
Now this Olympian will give it her all when she waltzes into the ballroom. It's Ilona Maher. The temperature is heating up. This heartthrob leading man handed out his final rose.
Will you marry me?
Now he hopes to salsa his way right to that mirror ball trophy.
I'm trading roses for the mirror ball.
It's The Bachelor's Joey Graziadei.
All right, there you go. The lineup for Dancing with the Stars. Mo Kelly joins us. Are you a fan of Dancing with the Stars?
Absolutely not.
Right. You know, Angel Martinez not only is a fan, her mom's a fan, and she takes her mom to go to the tapings.
That's
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
I wonder if they put quotes around stars.
It did have stars once upon a time. Now it has people who are in media. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, and people who are under house arrest. Odd. It is odd. What's on the big show tonight, Bub?
Well, we have to talk about this continuing heat wave that doesn't want to let us go.
I don't remember. I know you and I were, spent a lot of time born and raised out here. Were you born and raised out here? I think
yes,
you were. Right?
Absolutely.
And I don't remember seeing 7 or 8 straight days of triple temperatures.
I don't remember. Yeah. And I feel it more because I'm older. I'm much more aware of it.
I'm with you.
I don't like extremes in temperature.
I am with you, buddy. I like it around 72 wherever I go.
Right. I'm kind of like picky when it comes to that.
That's right. I love when you guys were talking about the cruise with Tawala, and I also love that he was so excited to be on that ship that he didn't even see half of it.
There's so much to see. It's almost like going to an amusement park, and I think that's an apt comparison because you have these attractions and things that you can do, the restaurants, and you find yourself not going everywhere because you just want to spend your time the place that you like.
Right. Are there still, when you go on a cruise, because I went on one when I was, 1978, but are not all of the food is inclusive, right? Except
for the most part, like for example, on our ship there was a Johnny Rocket stand, and if you did not get the deluxe meal package, then you'd have to pay for like some of the hamburgers. It's only like $2 or $3.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, for the most part, yeah.
But there aren't like high-end steakhouses.
There are. Like
okay.
if you were to go to like fine the formal dining, where you dress up and that kind of thing, then yeah, you order your food and you'll pay for that. But by and large, most of the food is included. It's,
right.
I'll say complimentary.
And you can't bring your own booze on board.
No, you cannot. You cannot bring any food or any beverages on board. They do allow you one bottle of wine when you leave your original port, in this case, LA, but that's it.
All right. And is that the only thing you can't bring, or is there a long list of crap you can't bring?
Oh, there's a long list.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's a long list of stuff.
No weed.
No, you can't because it's federally regulated.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
So they go by federal law. So you can't bring weed. You can't bring any type of CBD. You can't bring any type of those oils or edibles, anything like that.
All right.
Not legally. I'm quite sure people do.
On a scale of 1 to 10 comparing to the other cruises that you've been on, what was this like?
Well, this will be a 6 or 7 because it's local. I did the same cruise last year, but on Carnival. This was with Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
So we weren't reaching new ground or anything, but you're going for the experience.
But it's fun to walk around and see everything that ship has to offer.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Great. Yeah, it really is cool. All right, I'll be listening tonight. Mo Kelly and his whole crew next, right here on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.